I'm just going to start pulling drawers in. So we're going to get started here with concealers. It looks half empty because I have some stuff in my Shop My Stash, but let me go ahead and pull those in too, just for the sake of like you getting a full picture of the whole collection in each category. Okay. That's a more accurate representation. Here's my concealer and color corrector collection. I'm already feeling overwhelmed. Okay, but I'm gonna do this. All right, let me start with the older products here that I know are kind of like the oldest in my collection. This one is for sure the oldest. This was my very first product and I really loved it. So like this is what made me fall in love with the Huda Beauty concealer formula, and I ended up getting it in a lighter shade. This lighter shade may or may not work for me still this next season. It's not as old as this other one, but I'm not really sure, and so I'm just not going to take any chances of like it coming up pretty close to the expiration date. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter both of these older ones, especially because I just picked up a newer one right before my surgery a few weeks ago. So yeah, this is the new product formula and everything, and I feel like I got a shade that's kind of in between the two that I had before, as you can see. So I'm going to let these two go. In that same vein, I am pretty sure that this is not quite as old as those other two concealers were, but yeah, I'm going to try to keep getting a little bit more use out of it, maybe for a little bit longer. This one I feel like is definitely coming up expired. Yeah, it's, sorry that I bumped you. It's definitely overdue. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter my Say Beauty one. Am I going to repurchase this? I would be willing to repurchase this for my no makeup days. I would need to get a shade that's a little bit darker, I would feel like, because this shade here, number 7, it's a little bit too light for me for where I'm at now. It was a good match when I purchased it originally. I did really like it, but it's more of like a serum-y, like medium coverage kind of a concealer. And so if that's not what you're looking for in a concealer, this might not be your favorite. This definitely does stay really creamy and needs to be set, and can be a little creasy if you have problems with creasing. I don't really struggle with creasing that much, and so it wasn't a problem for me, but I don't plan on repurchasing it just because I'm trying to really streamline my makeup collection and be really, really selective with my purchases. But if it wasn't for that, I would be open to repurchasing this product. Okay. Next. I do really like these products, but they're brand new and I feel like I could pass them on maybe to somebody who might enjoy them a little bit more, or like who might need them. Maybe I will use the pink, but I feel like the pink is going to be better for lighter skinned people, and I'm just not that light. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just pull these out. Okay. I am actually wearing this concealer today, and I think that it is a great match to this shade here. This is a great little set, but it is just a little bit too dark for me. Like, it's a little dark for me today, and I'm literally only getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So this was a mistake. Oh my goodness. So this was a mistake purchase. I've used it one time. Today was my first time to try it. This was a mistake purchase. I bought them a little bit before my surgery. I shouldn't have purchased them. I was laying out a lot more then, and I expected to get darker than I did because I didn't expect this surgery to take me down for 4 to 6 weeks like it has. So yeah, all that to say, this is a little bit dark for me, and although I do really like the product, the shade is a little too off. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of my collection as well. Okay, and then I do like these. This one is a little bit light for me, but it might work for me this winter. These are not that old. This might work for like some of my lighter foundations, but honestly, I don't really need it. I'm going to just let this go. I have used it a couple of times, but I did put it back in the packaging. Just, I don't know why. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of my collection. Okay, so that leaves the Born This Way. I have mine in the shade Almond. This is not very old. I really enjoy this product. These here are my 2 oldest products now. I believe that this Bobbi Brown concealer is the oldest one that I've had. I got these NARS and the Huda Beauty more recently, as well as the Too Faced. So this one here is a little bit more of like a peachy corrector shade for me, and I need to make it a point to use it soon. But these are going to be the concealers that I have, and these are the ones that I am decluttering. So I would say I'm off to a good start. Hold on, let me get it better. There we go. These are the ones that I'm decluttering. Keeping those, decluttering all of these. All right. Off to a good start. Next, we've got my foundation and primer drawer. Oh, these are the 2 foundations that are currently in my Shop My Stash that I'm using. So let me pull those into view as well. There we go. Okay. This is my foundation and primer drawer. This is just like a travel size under makeup moisturizer, and this is just like an extra that I have there. All right, let me do some decluttering from here. Again, this was, I don't know, maybe it would work for me now. I think I should try to wear it before I declutter it. But this one here, I forgot that this went to mineral, went from mineral to physical. Oh my God, no, redo. I forgot that It Cosmetics changed the formula from a physical sunscreen to a chemical sunscreen, and chemical sunscreens break me out. So when I put this all over my face and I went to go and use it early at the beginning of the summer, I broke out all over my face. So this is a quick declutter for me. And we've established today that this shade that I picked up recently, to replace the fact that I knew this one was too light for me and getting older, is just too dark for me. It's a little bit too orange, a little too warm, a little too dark. I regret this shade purchase, but I do really like this product. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. I used it one time, sadly. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit older. I did get some good use out of it. It's my lighter shade. I did have other shades of this before I purchased this one. So anyways, I've repurchased this foundation multiple times in multiple different shades. I love this foundation as far as a drugstore formula is concerned. Even compared to like my regular high-end formulas over there, I really love this foundation so much. If I could just get the right shade, that would be great. Both of these are going to be decluttered. Okay, next. This one also is pretty old. I really did enjoy this a lot. I am so sad that this has been discontinued. I believe it was discontinued or reformulated or something. I did like it, and I would have repurchased it had they not messed with it and changed the formula. But because they have, I'm not interested in checking out the new one. And again, I don't really feel the need to have multiple, like this many foundations in my collection anymore. I really want to streamline my collection and what I have and my choices and all of that. So I'm just going to declutter this and say goodbye. Thanks for the great memories. Really enjoyed you while I had you. Say Levy. Like, I wish that they wouldn't have discontinued it. I would have bought it again if it wasn't discontinued, but I'm not interested in it after they messed with it. All right, and then that basically leaves me with these four. This is just the box for when I purchased the pump for this one here. And I think it might have like the lid or something of the foundation, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I think I'm going to try and see what kind of a match I have with this and see if it's a good shade match. So I'll be pulling this into a get ready with me here soon. This is pretty light for me, but as my as my tan starts to fade, I feel like this will work for me a lot better. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave this in my stash for my winter shade coming up soon. Right now, these two are my darker shades and kind of more like what I'm using right now, my like everyday reaching, like the ones that I'm reaching for every single day. So I have, so I'm keeping these four here and decluttering these four here. Okay, back here is my primers. This is fine. I need to get some use out of this before it goes bad. So yeah, the next time that I travel, I'll be packing that up. Speaking of going bad, I did really enjoy this product, but it's definitely expired by now. I would say I got some pretty good use out of it. I considered buying the full size, but I'm not going to right now. I would repurchase this in the future, but only in the clear shade, the universal shade, not in a shade that matches my skin, because as we can see, my shade changes often. So I like this as a primer underneath some foundations, but it's not exactly my most favorite primer. So I don't plan on repurchasing it, but I would be open to using it if I got another like little sample size like this or something like that. This is not very old. I need to use it up. This one was a gift with purchase. I'm not really sure how old it is or anything like that. That looks like it's been used. I have no interest in trying this. This just doesn't look like, I don't know. I'm going to declutter this. Better to be safe than sorry. Oh, I have one more primer. I also have this Rare Beauty primer. This Cali Ray primer is empty. I've used it completely. I would be willing to repurchase this in a larger size. Oh, so this is on my short repurchase in the future list. But for now, I really am enjoying this Rare Beauty, the blurring one, pore blurring one that I picked up. This is like my first full size, is it? I don't know, my first or second full size bottle, and I finished up a couple of the smaller ones. I think it was my very first full size. Maybe not, I can't remember at this point. Anyhow, these currently are my two favorite primers. This one being my first favorite, this one being a backup. So yeah, basically this is an empty. I'm going to pull this out. That leaves me with these two primers and this Under Makeup Moisturizer. So that cleared out basically half of this drawer. That looks good. Next we've got my powder drawer. I feel like I did whittle this down for the most part, because I think I used to have like another, wait, where is my number 7 compact? That's in a purse somewhere. Let me go get it. I completely forgot that I had like all this makeup here that was in my purse. So I'm so glad I remembered to go get that. Anyway, let me add this. Sorry, did I bump you? Let me add this number 7 to stack. Okay. I do feel like I've got my makeup collection pretty much whittled down. I like this for in my purse on the go, except for when I'm going to concerts. For concerts, I take this one for in my purse on the go. That's the only time that I use this one, and that's because it's got its like own little puff. It's a little light for me right now. This is more for like when I'm on the go, if I need a powder for some reason, but I typically don't ever touch up my makeup or do anything with my makeup on the go. I just have them for just when I do. So I'm going to leave those in my collection. I have been trying to get some more use out of this. I probably need to try to use it some more. I'm not ready to declutter it again. Like I did declutter it one time and then I pulled it back out. I'm still trying to get through it. I think I am ready to call it quits on this thing. I have used a lot of it up and it's just such a pain to get product out. I did get a lot of use out of it and I ended up falling in love with the product. And so I do have my full one now that I enjoy using a lot. So I'm going to pull out this little sample size. And I'm going to keep using this powder too. So essentially I pulled out one thing. This is pretty new in my collection. If you saw, I got this in the summer, like a couple of months ago. And I am actually wearing it today. Trying to get a little bit more use out of it because I had forgotten that I had purchased it there for a minute. But yeah, that wasn't a whole lot of taken out here, but I feel like this is already pretty streamlined. Next, we've got my bronzer drawer. Are these all my bronzers? Yeah, pretty sure. These are all my bronzers. I believe I did do like a declutter before already of some of my bronzers, and I have like a majority of them, I would say half of my bronzers are like in a face palette, aside from this face palette here. So let's just go ahead and get into it, or like in a duo, you know, combo product like this one. All right, let's start off with these cream products here. One of this one, the Dibs Beauty, I have the shade 2.0. One of them is like half of it is a bronzer and the other half is a blush. I'm a little bit too dark for this bronzer right now, so I'll use this a little bit more maybe in the winter. And I'm still using this Nude Sticks Maple A or whatever bronzer, and I am really enjoying it, so I'm going to be keeping that one. Deep Maple A, that's what it's called. This is the bronzer that I'm currently reaching for the most, and that is this one here in the NARS Face Palette, and that is the Laguna 01. Also really enjoying this one here from the Sephora collection. This is right before they formulated, like this is the last of their older product before they reformulated it and started putting seed oils in them. So yeah, I don't buy any of their current stuff, but this I recently got and it was a mistake purchase. I regret it so much. I fell for the fact that it's Too Faced and I love the packaging and I just wanted to try it. I mean, it's just so pretty. And the sales lady in the store really sold me. So anyway, at least it was on sale. It's a really beautiful product and it probably works for some people, but for me, it broke me out. I'm currently healing from a breakout when I used this like a week ago. It's the cocoa in it. It broke me out. So this is a declutter. This is the House Labs, and I have mine in the shade medium level 7. I do really like this product, but I did take a break from it when this came out, so I need to start working this back into the rotation. Essentially, these are my 2 standalone bronzers, and then I've got one here, and then in a couple other face palettes, and then my cream one. So let me pull in the face palettes that have some bronze shades in it for you. Here's one. This is the Cheeky Love Letter from Benefit that came out around Valentine's Day this year. This is the Hoola bronzer here. I have also been using this a lot too, as well as some of the blushes, but the blushes are a little bit fragranced for me, so I tend to only wear them on the weekend or something like that when I'm going to wash my face off really soon. I would not wear them for work because for me personally that irritates me, but here are, where's the writing? Here's the shade names. Here's the shade names if you're interested. Yeah. And also, Here's a new face palette that I recently added to my collection. And so here we've got like a couple of bronze shades in here, and then a contour and some highlighting and a blush. Let's take a look at this product. And I have not used it yet, so I know it's not like a new product to anyone else or whatever. It's been out for a long time, but to me it's new, and I'll be testing it out soon. Oh, look, it comes with a little face thing. That's cool. I like how Smashbox always does that. Ooh, beautiful. I can't wait to use this. This is really pretty. So I'm going to put this in my drawer here so that when I go reaching for a bronzer next time, I will remember to see it instead of it being over here kind of off to the side with my other big items, my face palettes. I'm going to put it in here just so I can remember. There we go. All right, so was that it? Oh yeah, one more bronze. Here in my Shade and Light, my KBD Shade and Light, I do consider these two shades here bronzers, and this one a contour. So this is also my bronzer, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in this drawer now that I have a little bit more room. See if the drawer will close. Let's move on to the blush drawer, since we started getting into some of those blushes with the face palettes over there. You did see that the contour face palettes over there all had blushes in them, but oh yeah, I had one more bronzing one to show you. This one here from MAC. This one here is a bronzer shade to me. This one and that one are contour shades, and like for me personally, and this beautiful highlighter. And so this was the limited edition Lunar New Year release for 2025, this current year, earlier this year. I need to get some more use out of it. I really love this product, but I'm gonna put this in the bronzer drawer too. Okay, so here is my blush drawer. And here's, let's go to contour before we get into, no. Yeah, but before we, so here's my blush products, but before we get into blush, let's, before we get into blush, let's finish up with the contour face palette, the face products. So I do have this one cream contour. I'm not going to declutter this one. And honestly, these shades just don't really work for me at all very much. I do really like the concept of it, but it's just not really working for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Okay, let's get into the blush products. So here's where I'm going to kind of be a little bit ruthless. These two are pretty old, honestly, but I love them so much. This one here, I do feel like I have some similar shades in my collection, but they don't perform the same. So honestly, I'm really not ready to get rid of these. These are still just so beautiful. They're a little bit too light for me. Like, I'm a little bit too dark for them right now. So these will be better for me again in the winter. But I did really enjoy these in the summer when I was lighter. And this face palette here is called the Basic Instinct one, the one that has the pinks, like a coral and stuff like that. I love the different finishes and shades. So here are the shade names in case you're curious of those. All right, then here's the other one that I had gotten. These were my very first NARS products ever, and I got them from Ulta. They were limited edition. I got them with my Ulta rewards. They were like $50 each. Anyways, I absolutely love this one. This is my favorite one of the two. I am not ready to declutter this at all. This is the Basic Instinct 2. And oh, I'm sorry that I bumped you. And hold on. Here are the shade names. So yeah, I'm not ready to get rid of these. I could probably declutter this one, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and keep these in. Honestly, this one here, I've never used this product. I'm not sure if I'm willing to. I had originally purchased it just because it's cute. And I have since then stopped doing that, okay? I'm not buying things just because I like them for quote-unquote collector's keepsakes or anything like that. Like, I'm done wasting money. Just have a different mindset right now in my life than I did when I purchased this. So, you know, I never used this, and it's really cute and pretty, but I don't need this in my collection taking up space. Somebody else might enjoy it instead. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. All right. Here I've got my two Fenty blushes. The light one is called Bacon Cake, and the purple one is called Drama Class, and I really love them both. I'm going to keep the, oops, there went product all over my thumb. I'm going to keep them both in my collection. Here's the other one. Keeping both of these. Honestly, I don't really see me decluttering very much from here. I thought I was going to be ruthless, but honestly, no, I'm not. I'm keeping all my blushes. Oh my God, I have a problem. Do you want to see the rest of my blushes? Okay, so I've got these two here from Nude Sticks. One of them is the Picante shade. This is pretty new. I have not used it yet. And then this one is the Pretty Peach. Let me show you what they look like. Okay, there are these shades. The Pretty Peach is a little bit more of like a pinky peach. It's not really a peachy peach. So anyways, I do really like these. I haven't used the Picante one yet, but I like the formula of the Nude Sticks is what I mean. And then I did pick up the Nude Sticks Flat Cream product. This is in the shade, I don't know, it's a purple one. Anyway, here's what it looks like. And I really like this layered with this together. So that's nice. And I like these layered together. Sorry that I bumped you. Here is my kind of like deep fall winter shade from the Sephora collection, my winter shade of a blush duo. This is a little bit of a fun combination here, and this is in the shade Poppy. This again is from before they reformulated their collection and started adding seed oils into their products. So you won't catch me buying any more of the Sephora collection makeup because they added seed oils to it, and that's really bad for you. But I did like these other ones, and I wish that I would have caught on about the Sephora collection before it got too late. I didn't really open my eyes to them until they were phasing them out and they went on clearance. Anyway, I need to get some more use out of this shade here. This one here is one that came in a Sephora holiday gift set this last Christmas. And this one here is in the shade Rose and Brunch. I like these smaller sizes, and I wish I could buy more of the shades that are like here in this sample in those smaller sizes. Like if I didn't have to buy a full size when I wanted to go and buy some of these, I would have multiples of these colors because I do really like this product a lot. But I don't know if I like it enough to have a giant compact here. Sorry that I bumped you. A giant compact here in my drawer. As you can see, I've already got a lot of blush, and I just don't think that I need to do that. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But I am not going to be decluttering any of that. I've also got this little Pat McGrath one here. This is a really pretty blush. This one here is in the shade Paradise Venus. And here I have got my Morphe purple blush. It's probably time close for me to declutter it. I've definitely had it more than 12 months. It makes me so sad because I really did love this product, but it's probably time for me to let it go. I don't want to be breaking out and using old makeup. And since I did get that one from Nude Sticks, they're not quite the exact same shade of purple, but it's close enough. I did enjoy that Morphe blush while I had it. It was made in Italy, and it was really a beautiful formula. Here's one from Lawless in the shade Angel. This was also part of that Sephora gift set that I purchased last holiday. Here is the shade and what my compact looks like. I accidentally did dig my finger into it at one point, and so yeah, I need to get some more use out of this. That's my blush collection, and yeah, I got rid of 2 blush products. Next, we've got the highlight drawer, and I do feel like I can maybe pare down a couple of things here. This, I tried to use it this last time in my Shop My Stash. If you saw that video, you already know what I'm about to say, but for those that didn't watch that, I feel like this product is just a little bit too old and it's not performing well anymore. I think it was a little bit old when I first got it. And now I've had it for a little while and it's like just, yeah, it's like I like rub and rub and don't get much product, or maybe it's hard panned. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This is in the shade Pink Glow. Thankfully, I got the small size instead of the full size one. And it was on a really, really good sale, which is why I wanted to go ahead and try it. I should have probably been more diligent about using it when I first got it instead of putting it off for in the future. Seeing as how things from the cosmetic company store are a little bit old, and so like by the time they get there, they're already a little bit out of date, and so I should have made it more of an effort to use this while I still had some life left in the product, or so to speak. So yeah, this is just going to be decluttered because I feel like the product's too old. These two I haven't even opened yet, and I ended up getting like another green and a blue. I think this is kind of like a blue or a rainbow. So anyways, yeah, that being said, I didn't really feel the need to open these. I feel like, oops, I feel like I should go ahead and maybe pass these on while they're still unopened because somebody might enjoy them, rather than for me to open them and use them like one time and then pass them on, you know. This one is still working really well. I got this at the same time that I did the Bobbi Brown one, and it is going strong. It's a miniature of the C Pop, which is basically just like the champagne pop from their Jaclyn Hill days, but they had to rename it because of like copyright and stuff. This is my ABH cream highlighter in the shade Pink Glow. I do really like this product. I need to keep using it. This is my Ofra face palette. Here are the 5 shades that come in it. I love this, and I am wearing this shade today. Here are the names of the shades that come in the palette, in case you're wondering. And then I still, for the life of me, why have I not used this yet? I still have not used this. I'm going to use this in a Pat McGrath video coming up. I know I've been saying that 100 times probably by now, but it's in the back of my mind to do it. I just need to bring it to the forefront. Okay, so I do feel like I did declutter a couple of things. I decluttered 3 highlighters, and that did open up the drawer a little bit, so that's good. Next, we've got my open mascaras. Okay. This still had some life in it. Wasn't really a fan of the shade. This is the brown shade from the Tubing Tartelette mascara. I picked it up to test it out in the brown. I don't like the shade of the brown on me. It looks more, it's a little bit too light and warm on me. It looks more like a mahogany on me or whatever, just compared to how like cool tone deep brown my hair is compared to this, and so I don't really like it. But just as I had discovered that today, I dropped the wand and it fell, and so I can't risk it having like hairs or whatever that get in my eye. Yeah, see, I can already see a hair. Anyway, so this is a declutter. This has to go, and I'm not going to repurchase it because of the shade. This, I really did enjoy it. I don't plan on repurchasing it anytime soon, but I would. I feel like I've had this long enough, and I'm going to go ahead and declutter it just to be safe. I'm not trying to get no styes. This was like a fun brow thing. I did use it like one time, but that was it. I'm going to declutter it. Here is the Tartelette Tubing Mascara in the full-size container in the black shade. I did kind of enjoy this, but I do kind of just prefer a classic good mascara instead. I would repurchase it though in the black and the full size, no problem. This is the burgundy that I tried. I feel like this was a little bit of a waste of my money. The product itself is fine enough, but not the best. And the burgundy, just, I don't like the way that it looks on me. Plus, I hate this flimsy mascara wand of the Sky High line, so I just need to not be purchasing this for myself anymore. I have finally moved on past the Lash Princess in this style bottles. I was like a diehard ride or die for these, but I think I've kind of moved on by now. Anyways, these two I've had long enough, and I'm just decluttering because they've gotten old now. But I don't plan on repurchasing those anytime soon. This mascara was, hold on. I didn't show you the wand, just in case you don't know. Okay, here's that one. Oh, goodness. purple one is curved for like volume and stuff. I do like them both. Maybe I will repurchase them again. Yeah, I probably will. I like them. This is an old product. They don't even sell this here in America anymore. And I guess now I know why they were closing it down. It was because of the incoming tariffs at the time, but we hadn't heard about them yet. So anyways, yeah, no more Believe Beauty mascara. This one was okay though. And this is more available for people in Canada. If you're in Canada, you can still get Believe Beauty because I believe that's where it's from. But this is a nice skinny one for like the lower lash mascara. I really liked it for a lower lash. Sorry that I keep bumping you. This is the Benefit Fan Fest. This is okay. I like it in the small container. But the full-size one just performs very differently than the mini. So I have tested that by buying 2 different small ones and the full-size one twice. And both times it turned out that the little one was way different than the big one. So I don't know why that happens sometimes with brands. That has been something that I have found in the past. This is going to be a declutter. I'm not going to repurchase it. This Charlotte Tilbury mascara was really lovely and beautiful and really feels really luxurious and all of that. But it's just average at best, and it's really thick and goopy, and I don't like the thick brush. Made me mess up my inner corner part of the mascara several times. I'm over it. So yeah, I have, wow. Oh yeah, I forgot to pull these in. These are my 2 current mascaras that I have open in my Shop My Stash. So these are my 2 open mascaras that I have left in my collection that I'm using right now. And these are all the ones I'm currently decluttering. There's one more that I don't remember where the container is. It's the Call Me Queen mascara. I don't know why I can't find it, but I had set it out to the side so that I could declutter it, and I don't know where it landed. So yeah, there's one more mascara. It's the Call Me Queen. That one's being decluttered just because it got old, and like I would repurchase it. That was the second time that I had purchased it. I would repurchase that one again in the future. These are decluttered. These are the mascaras that are new in my collection that I have available still to use. I need to go ahead and just use these Believe Beauties because they're pretty old, and yeah, I just need to open them up and use them. And then I'm not sure if these are actually new. I know this one is. What is this? I know this one is too. And that one, yeah. I'm going to be opening some of these soon and checking them out. These are mascaras that I'm left with. I have 2 of these from Believe Beauty. I've got this mascara that's like kind of for like, I used it in my eyebrows for glitter, like a glitter fun moment. And then I've got these 2 from Pat McGrath and this Tarte and Clinique one. So those are mascaras that I have left to choose from here in the upcoming future as my other open ones dry out. My eye primers, this is all I have. This is okay. I don't mind taking this like in my to-go bag just for in a pinch, but I don't really find myself being in a pinch very often. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the anti-aging. I do really like, oh, they're home. I do really like the NYX glitter primer, and this is a repurchase recently, so I just need to get some use out of that. I am panning my MAC paint pot, and I just need to keep using that one up. And then I am not really a fan of this dark one here. I struggle to try to like get some use out of it and blend it. And so I don't really like it. I don't plan on getting another one again. And honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it and get it out of my way. So that leaves me with my 3 ride or dies. Well, like my 2, sorry. That leaves me with my 2 ride or dies and my 1 like backup. Here I've got my liquid eyeliners, and honestly from here I've got a couple of things that I am ready to let go of. This one here from Revlon, I did not really like this at all. And mainly it's because the tip, if you can see here, I don't know if you can see, it's got that like rounded ball tip at the end, and it kind of makes it annoying to try to use it. I think it's supposed to try to make it user friendly, but it's just too much of a runny formula, and so I don't really like it. This is the Revlon Color Stay Connect the Dots. Oh, you're supposed to use it as a dotter. Maybe if I would have tried to use it like that, I would have liked it, but that's not how I do my eyeliner. I feel like this might be better for like a novice. Oh, wow. And it says it's only got like a 6 or 8 month shelf life, so it definitely needs to go. I also just tried this to see what the Wet n Wild color looked like and how it performed and stuff. And honestly, it's good enough, but I prefer the KVD to it, and I don't need both. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. I do enjoy this one here from Essence. It's like a glitter eyeliner, and I'm going to keep using this. These are the Wet n Wild, same as that brown one, but in different shades, like more for fun. And I will go ahead and tolerate the like dip down kind of style for the colors, since I can't get that in a really good pen usually. But I'm going to declutter this one and keep these. I'm going to make it a point to actually use these fun liners in looks coming up. This is a replacement one that I need to go ahead and get some use out of, but honestly, I have been loving the heck out of this one here, the Dark Double Take. I don't like the gel side that much. I really don't, but I'll use it in a pinch. It just like bleeds down and stuff. It's not my favorite, but I love the tip of this and the performance and the product, how black it is, how it wears, everything about it. I would happily just buy the liquid version, like the liquid half all by itself, but that's fine that it comes in a double take. I'll stick with it. So yeah, I decluttered these two. Oh, and I forgot to add this one here for my liquid liners. I'm keeping this. It's not very old, and I need to get some more use out of it. Okay, here we've got my brows. I'm going to do some decluttering from here, okay? Not really a fan of these. I'm going to use this like, I don't know. I kind of regret purchasing this. I'm going to use them up, but I just have to be careful about how I use them because they flake up in your eye. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this Anastasia, whatever this is, in the taupe shade. It came as part of the little kit where I bought this thing with it, and I didn't really mean to buy this. The taupe color is like not the right color for me, and I'm not really into these goopy like color-filled products. Sorry that I keep bumping you. I'm not really into these goopy color-filled products. I'm going to declutter it. Also, this one here, this like pencil thing, I think it's too old because look at the way that that looks. It's like white. I think that it's not supposed to be that color. That looks disgusting. Anyways, that came as part of a set and I didn't really need it. I don't remember what this is or how I was supposed to use this, but it just doesn't really work for me. I feel like the tip is gone. It broke off or fell out. Yeah, it looks like it's broken there. So, I don't know. This was like a waste. I'm not going to repurchase. Didn't really like this Mary Kay eyebrow setting gel either. Honestly, I need to just repurchase the Rare Beauty one. I did really enjoy that. Didn't really like this that much. I mean, like, it's workable, but it's a little bit messy. So not going to repurchase that. Don't mind this as like a cute little kit. But I also just use this brown powder for that. And then here I've got this yellow eyeshadow. So, okay. I'm going to stick with just these products here for the brows. And this is all the stuff I decluttered. Here I've got my waterliner pens. Honestly, if anything, this one might be old by now. And I might need to get rid of it. As well as the white and the black. Possibly even the blue. I don't even know how old these are. I'm not ready to get rid of these yet. Here I've got like my liquid and cream shadows and stuff aside from there. Now I've got like my liquid and cream shadows here. Honestly, I don't plan to repurchase these. I am trying to use them up because they were a little pricey, and yeah, but I don't plan to repurchase these at all. I just don't like how much tugging you have to do at the eye to get them to blend when you use them. So yeah, gonna keep using them though, not decluttering. This one here looks like it could be a lot of fun, but honestly, I just, I think I'm past the point where I'm doing looks like this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this to somebody who might really enjoy this and wishes that, and like to somebody who wishes that they had something like this and they could get some good use out of it. And I'm going to pass it on while it's still brand new, never used. I need to try to make it a point to use these liquid shadows, especially since I have gotten into using the Makeup by Mario ones. And same with these. So yeah, I think I'm just going to make it a point to use some of these products, but those are the ones that I decluttered. That other one over there. And I'm going to use these. For my eyeliners, honestly, I already did an eyeliner declutter not that long ago, and most of these are pretty good. Actually, that's not true. Hold on. All of my Natasha Denona macro techs are pretty old. So they're going to go. Yeah, all of these are going to have to go. I did really enjoy the fun aspect of these colors here, but to be honest, as far as the longevity is concerned, they just really don't hold up as well as the Urban Decay eyeliners. So out of Natasha Denona and Urban Decay, I say go for Urban Decay. I'm going to declutter these. I don't plan on repurchasing them again, even though I did recently purchase the full-size Natasha Denona Macro Tech in the shade Taupe. I do really like the color of the taupe of her eyeliner. I just need to use it more on the top lash instead of the lower lash because it will bleed down on the lower lash. Anyways, I would repurchase these for like top liner colors, sure, or like inner color highlighter kind of a moment. But for a lower lash line eyeliner, I would say that they just don't have the kind of performance that I prefer. But I did really enjoy them. They were beautiful colors. If you do make a purchase on the Natasha Denona website and want to try some of these eyeliners, you can use my name on the website for a discount code. It is an affiliated code. I will put that here on the screen. Code is Michelle, M-I-C-H-E-L-L-E. That will get you 15% off the website of your purchase. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter these for now though. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of these. Oh, goodness. I'm going to get rid of these drugstore ones. I'm just not a fan of the performance of them. I think they suck and they're not worth it. Including this one, sadly, because I did really like the color of this navy blue one, but not the performance. Same with the tattoo one. Yeah, all of them. So all these four are going to go. I also don't really like the Pat McGrath one, the navy. I like it for the shade that it is, like if I need it for a top lash, but on the lower lash line, it runs. So honestly, I prefer the navy that I got from Give Beauty, and I'm so sad that they went under. I'm so glad that they had a sale and I was able to buy a bunch of the shades that I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this Pat McGrath one because I have this one here for a navy, and I'm going to declutter these from the Maybelline and this one from the Ulta Beauty. Okay, so that leaves me with this ColourPop being my most affordable one. I cannot use this anywhere near where it will touch my eye, but I can use it like on the outer edge to where it's like nowhere near going to bleed into my eye. But I don't like having to remember that, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this. Okay. And then don't forget, I have all of these new ones. If you saw my recent Shop My Stash, you know I loaded up on some Urban Decay Fun eyeliners when they went on sale early in the summer. So now I have room for my eyeliners there. Next, we're going to move into the lip gloss drawer. Here and liquid liner also, like liquid lip and lip gloss. This was like a little purchase like a freebie with purchase, but I don't really tend to use things like that because I'm like, I don't know how old these things are. I don't know if you're giving them away to me because they're like expired or what. I just don't know about them, so it just makes me really question. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of this. Also, I should have known not to buy this. I haven't used it yet. It's brand new. As you can see, the seal is still on there, but I forgot that this breaks out my mouth, and I was just drawn to it because of the pretty little yellow color, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just declutter it. Better to be safe than sorry. Same with this Revlon. It's never been used. I'm going to go ahead and just let it go to somebody that can appreciate it while it's new. I had another one of these somewhere, and I will declutter it when I come across it too, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter this Mary Kay lip gloss. I'm not really a fan of the texture of it. I'm going to declutter this Pat McGrath lip gloss. I would repurchase it, but mine's pretty old, and yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. So I have this Buxom lip gloss. This is my pinky shade in the shade Dolly. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And I also have my brownie shade from Buxom in the shade Get Naked. I'm going to keep that too. So for gloss, I have 2 glosses left, and everything else is a liquid lipstick. That's what I'm left with. Sorry, I bumped you. Here's my lip liners. This is a top one. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these by now. I feel like they have expired. They're overdue. I didn't really get a lot of use out of them, so I don't plan on repurchasing them. They're okay, but I don't know. I just didn't reach for them. I did recently purchase a Huda Beauty red one, so I'm excited about that. This one here. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of my e.l.f. lip liners. They were okay. They line up nicely to the e.l.f. lipsticks, but I'm just... yeah, like they line up nicely to this array of lipsticks. I don't know, maybe I should keep them. I just haven't used them in so long. I think I'm going to get rid of this whole set because now I have the whole set. As you can see, there's like dust on the whole top layer of them. I just have not used them in so long. And I have all of these MAC lipsticks that I purchased not too long ago. These I've had for a lot longer. And so I'm just going to go ahead and declutter these e.l.f. lipsticks that I'm just not reaching for, along with the lip liners. I'm going to keep my MAC ones. My Natasha Denona lip liners are it's probably time to let them go. Sadly, I've had them a super long time. Super long time. I had 2 of them, Stormy and Dana. I'm going to go ahead and let them go. I did really enjoy them. Here are, oh goodness, I can't even get it off. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just let them go. Same with this one here from Mary Kay and the Pat McGrath and the KVD. I'm going to try this Maybelline one. I don't know why I think I'm just going to go ahead and lifter liner. I'm going to go ahead and just declutter them brand new so that maybe somebody can enjoy them with them being new. I'm going to declutter these 3 here, Mary Kay, Pat McGrath, and KVD. I don't like this like gel kind of formula. It does go really nicely with, well, hold on. This one goes really great with this liquid liner. Like I bought them to go together and they're the same color. So maybe I should keep it just for that. All right. I'm going to let go of the Sephora collection liners. I don't like them at all. I think this is the old style. They're just a little bit too like waxy, creamy, oily. I don't know. They don't put off pigment. So yeah, I'm going to let go of these. Not a big fan of the ABH one, but I'm going to keep using it for a little while because I just got it not that long ago. And so, yeah. These are the 3 MAC lip liners that are in my Shop My Stash. So if I add that to everything that's here, this is my whole lip liner collection that remains. Wow, this drawer was full when we opened it, guys. These are the lip liners that I'm keeping. This is just a, oh yeah, this is a ColourPop one that I haven't opened yet to try. What color is this? Oh, it's a red one. So I need to try that one soon. But these are all the lip liners that I am decluttering. Some of them are new and most of them are not. Okay. Wow, that feels great. Okay. Is there anything else? Yes. Here's that other lip gloss. I knew I had another one from Mary Kay. I'm going to declutter this one too. So for the lip glosses, I didn't show you. For the lip glosses, I decluttered all of these here. Hold on. For the lip glosses, I decluttered those and kept these two. And then everything else was a liquid lipstick over there. Which I'm not ready to declutter the liquid lipsticks just yet. Okay, now on to the rest of these lip products here. I'm not really a fan of how dry these Lancome lipsticks are. They are very beautiful, but I have so many other reds in my collection that I just don't need to struggle with how dry these are. They're like a powder matte type of a finish. Here is the shade information. Let me keep it still. It's the Mademoiselle La Absolute Rouge. This one here is Mademoiselle Lupita Drama Matte. It's the Drama Matte, that's what it is. And this is number 507, Mademoiselle Lupita. This one's number 82 in the Rouge Pagao. It's the Drama Matte formula. It's very, very dry. I'm going to go ahead and declutter these. I think this might also be a gloss. I'm going to declutter that. It's a Pat McGrath one, sample size. I picked up these CoverGirl lipsticks and I kind of regret it now. They are really pretty for the price. I do kind of like the packaging, even though the clear package, oh, this one's never even been used. So I'm going to leave that one new. This one has been used. Okay, they're just a little bit too waxy, too creamy. They weren't bad for the price that they are, but I have so many other nudes now, especially after having purchased this whole like release basically, that I just don't need to be messing with CoverGirl versions, and I'm going to stop buying drugstore lipsticks, period. So, all right, and then sadly my 2 beautiful Natasha Denona lipsticks are just so old now. I'm going to go ahead and just call it a day. I really did love them so much. I don't even think I could repurchase them if I wanted to. I don't think she does them anymore. Thankfully though, here's a shade. Thankfully though, I do have similar shades in my MAC collection. So this is the I Need a Nude Noah. This would be more like what I call Stone in MAC. And then this one is in the shade Michelle. And this would be more of like the Yash shade or the Cool Spice or Acting Natural, something like that. But yeah, so these I'm going to go ahead and sadly declutter. This is the Refi that I got in a, this is disgusting. Look at that. I think it's probably gone bad by now. I don't really know, but I got this in that gift set from Sephora last holiday. And this was a sample purchase, like a gift with purchase. This is that like cult favorite. Maybe I will like this more in the winter. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and keep it for then maybe, but it's just not really my vibe. Yeah, so I was able to clear this out. I did add the Clinique one into here with the lip gloss. And so these are all the lipsticks that I'm going to declutter from that bunch. as well as these lipsticks here. I'm going to declutter that whole bunch. That does leave me with all of these minis here. Sorry that I keep bumping the camera. I'm so sorry. Hold on. That does leave me with all of these minis here and a couple of full sizes. This one is an older one, my Russian Red. This is my Makeup by Mario that I need to remember to use. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to keep these as well. All right, so I'm going to declutter all of these lipsticks, and then that brings me to my Pat McGrath lipsticks here. These three are all really, really old. These are part of the Bridgerton collection. They're really old. I think it's probably time to let them go. I did get some pretty good use out of them. That one here is called Negligee. It's kind of like a peachy nude. I'm going to declutter that. This one here is called Nude Romantique 2. As in the number 2. It's kind of like a rosy nude, rosy mauve nude. This one here is called Veiled Rose. This was more of like a pinky nude. Not very nude, more pink. Okay, and then here is Fetish 3. I like the shade, but I don't really like the finish of it. It's a little bit too emollient. So I'm going to declutter that one. This one here is called Dream Lover. Love this shade. I'm going to keep that one. It's one of my favorites. This one here is called 1995. What I wouldn't give to go back to that time and do things all over again. I'm going to keep this one again. Also one of my faves. Beautiful matte. This one here is Divine Rose. Haven't even used this a whole lot. It's a little, they kind of look the same, like when you look at them, pulling them out, but they do apply differently. This is like a little bit more of a matte pink, like a cool tone pink. This one here is Sedition. And it is a deep dark berry red. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one too. Where is my black and white Marc Jacobs red lipstick? Yeah, no clue where my Marc Jacobs one is right now. So anyways, that'll be one that I keep. And let's move on. Here I do have like my ABH, Charlotte Tilbury, and Makeup by Mario lipstick. I'm going to keep all of those, as well as all those MACs. So these are the lipsticks that I'm going to declutter. And honestly, I feel like that does it. So let's pull out all the makeup that I've decluttered. Let's look at all the makeup that I decluttered. So this is all the makeup that let me pull you out a little bit. This is all the makeup that I have decluttered from my collection today. I feel like I did a really good job, and thanks so much for helping me go through this. I do have more makeup in other places, like some new things that I need to incorporate into my stuff. So now I have some room for those products, and I'll be able to hopefully condense down the number of makeup acrylics that I store my stuff in. So anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Subscribe if you are not already. It's absolutely free to subscribe to me. The subscribe button is down below, and that's how I'll get to see you in my next video. Bye.